The $700 million exit. Abdur Chowdhury just traded the most prestigious design share at Apple for a startup with zero revenue and a $700 million Series A check. As the lead designer who fronted the launch of the ultra-thin iPhone Air last September, Chowdhury was the face of Apple's next hardware era. But his move to Hark, paired with a massive $6 billion valuation, proves that top-tier talent is no longer betting on the iterative glass rectangle. This is not a creative sabbatical. It is a calculated flight from a maturing product category to a clean sheet of paper in the AI hardware stack. The wall of physical diminishing returns. The iPhone Air was a design masterpiece that exposed a massive business problem. Physical thinness has reached its thermal and financial limit. Apple's P&L relies on selling aesthetic refinement. But industry operators know that operational expenditure is shifting toward local compute, not industrial thinning. Chowdhury's departure just months after the Air hit the market suggests that the creative ceiling for the smartphone has finally been reached. When the person responsible for the thinnest phone in history leaves to build an invisible interface, it means the hardware is no longer the product. It is a bottleneck. The vertically integrated gamble. Hark is executing a high-stakes move by attempting a vertically integrated strategy that even Apple would find expensive. They are not just building a gadget. They are training proprietary foundation models and designing custom silicon from the ground up. While previous attempts like Humane or Rabbit failed because they were merely shells for third-party software, Hark is spending its capital to own the entire stack. This is a direct bet that the next generation of personal AI requires a hardware architecture that does not exist in the current mobile ecosystem. The strategic chipmaker Hedge. Look at the cap table to see where the real money is moving. NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, and Qualcomm all participated in Hark's latest funding round, which is almost unheard of for direct competitors. These chip giants are not just looking for a return. They are hedging against a future where the primary consumer interface is not controlled by a single phone manufacturer. By backing a designer-lead startup that bypasses the App Store model, the semiconductor industry is subsidizing an insurance policy against Apple and Google's iron grip on the end-user experience. The part no one wants to say. The exodus of top design talent to Hark reveals the effective end of the feature-led hardware cycle. When the individual who defined the aesthetic of the iPhone Air decides the future is an ambient, agentic interface, the business model of selling 12-month hardware upgrades is finished. For operators and investors, the signal is not the industrial design of a new device, but the transition of compute from centralized clouds to highly personalized local intelligence. This move indicates that the next standard in consumer tech will not be a device you look at, but a system that looks out at the world for you. Watch the first production run of Hark hardware in early 2027. If they can maintain the performance density that the iPhone Air lacked, the smartphone era has officially entered its long tail. Subscribe for more